Just when you thought these environmental activists couldn't get any more insane, they go and do this, deflating the tires of 34 SUVs in Victoria and Oak Bay, British Columbia, as part of some kind of extrajudicial punishment for driving Canada's most popular vehicles. And to claim credit, the group responsible, who has named themselves the Tire Extinguishers, left this holier-than-thou notice on the windshields of some of their targeted vehicles, declaring that no one needs an SUV, that they're killing millions of people, and demanding victims of their belligerence resort to walking, cycling, or taking public transit, even suggesting for them that driving an electric or hybrid vehicle wouldn't be good enough. Let's set a couple things straight here. First of all, Canadians in cities like Victoria who drive SUVs are not causing climate change. Canada only represents 1.5% of all global emissions, and the transportation sector specifically accounts for less than a quarter of that. Secondly, climate-related deaths have actually decreased by 98% over the past 100 years, as any marginal changes to climate have been more than offset by the massive increases in the standard of living, ironically driven by industrialization and fossil fuels. Thirdly, it's not anyone's business why anyone else owns or doesn't own an SUV. Some people just like them, and that's their right. But many others need them for work, transporting kids, or towing other recreational vehicles. We do not want to become a society or a country where if you literally don't need something to physically survive, the government can take it away. Fourthly, this was not only obnoxious and illegal, it was also dangerous. It could have, and likely did, prevent individuals and their families from driving to the airport, the ferry, or work, and could have prevented those from quickly reaching the hospital in a life-threatening situation. In fact, one of the women stranded over the weekend was a young mother, 9 months pregnant. It is also just plain dangerous to potentially be forced to drive, possibly unbeknownst to you, on deflated tires. Now, the police, to their credit, have opened an investigation, but even if these criminals were caught, would anything actually happen? Activists have been blockading roads in BC for years with little to no consequences, and friends of mine who are actually police officers say the province is so reluctant to pursue criminal prosecution, they have even seen charges dropped in cut-and-dry cases of violent assault. Look, we live in a democracy where everyone is allowed to have their say at the ballot box and express themselves through legal, nonviolent protests, and those rights must always be protected. But to have a functioning democracy, you also need to have a rule of law, and to permit incidents like this is simply not acceptable.